And Oliver, tell us a bit more about what Carrie Lam, Hong Kong's chief executive, had to say about this decision to postpone the elections.
Well, as expected, the decision was taken to postpone. Carrie Lam announced that at the very start of the press conference. Strangely enough, it took her another 30 minutes to specify that they would be postponed by up to a year. The Legislative Council ordinance says that elections can only be postponed 2 weeks. So she has used the Emergency Powers Ordinance to do this, something that the opposition has very much frowned upon. COVID-19 is the main reason cited. Carrie Lam said that 600,000 elderly voters would be putting themselves at risk by going out to vote. But there are also another range of reasons given, not all of which are quite so convincing. One of them was the fact that Asia World Expo, which is right beside Hong Kong Airport, which normally serves as the election count centre, the main one, is actually used as a field hospital at the moment for COVID-19. Another was that Hong Kong doesn't have an option for e-voting or any postal votes. Carrie Lam also quite significantly said that there were worries about Hong Kongers living in mainland China who wouldn't be able to get back across the border to vote. She even cited one who had written to her and said that they would be considering mounting a legal challenge if they weren't able to vote. Now, this is quite a strange thing, given that Carrie Lam has been pretty much impervious to public opinion over the last 13 to 14 months. But in this case, it was cited. The opposition again are also frowning about this because they say that ordinarily Hong Kongers have to be ordinarily resident in Hong Kong in order to be able to vote. Now, of course, that is actually honoured more in the breach. And as you said, the central government has given the backing to the Hong Kong government for this. So this will get tongues wagging on the other side of the political divide.
So, Oliver, this must come as a huge blow to the pro-democracy opposition. Talk us through, what does it mean for them?
Well, as I said, they were not terribly surprised by this. They saw this coming, in fact, probably for quite a few weeks. And it's not going to make a big difference to the 12 candidates who were disqualified yesterday. They will not be able to stand in 12 months' time. Likewise, there will probably be more disqualified. The government has not ruled out disbarring others from running. Today was actually the last of the 14-day period for submitting nomination papers. And Joshua Wong, who was one of those who was disbarred yesterday, he actually said that this was the greatest electoral fraud in Hong Kong history. The opposition are certainly not happy about it. They claim that the pro-Beijing faction, and by extension the government and Beijing itself, is worried that it will not win the election. There could be a repeat of the district council election last November, which was won by a landslide for the pro-democracy camp. That probably wouldn't be quite so crushing a victory this time, as unlike the district council elections, the Legislative Council is elected by proportional representation, and also half of it is elected by functional constituencies. But this definitely does spell a big challenge for the pro-democracy camp in order to regroup over the next year, and they might actually find that they will take extra parliamentary means to do that.
Oliver, thank you very much. Oliver Farry there in Hong Kong.